And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
George having a fantastic game. 15 points and also 3 steals. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
Here's Fox. On the court for Sacramento. Fox is out there with Bellinelli. Then it's Thompson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the small forward spot. Fox a screen on Ibaka. Cousins with it. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Fox. Fires from deep. The rebound by Ibaka. Los Angeles leading by 13. George with the ball. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. George passes to Bledsoe. From the baseline. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Bledsoe's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Clippers. Here's Fox. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Bledsoe kicks to George. And the rejection by Cousins. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Now here is George. To the paint, out to Ibaka, just 5 on the clock. And he gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 14. Offense is what drives the Clippers, and they were fantastic at it last season. Easily one of the most exciting teams to watch with their high-flying and high-scoring act and #1 in terms of efficiency.
Yeah, and it's not just a flash for the Clippers on offense. You talked about their efficiency on the offensive end. Led the league in points scored per 100 possessions at 109.8.
Now here's Bledsoe. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Ibaka outside. Back to Bledsoe. There's the lob to the hoop. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. The Kings trail by 14.
And, you know, the Clippers were near the top of the league in most other offensive efficiency categories as well. Second in the league in field goal percentage, second in points per game at almost 107 per. That was a high-octane offensive group.
Clock is at 3. Here's Fox. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Knocked loose. Now Bellinelli. He kicks it to Thompson. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Misses the 3.
And it's been well documented. The Clippers had problems with free throw shooting. I mean, mostly due to their bigs. Actually had 3 perimeter players who shot over 90% on the season. But you can forgive their free throw struggles as a team given how great they were everywhere else.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Paul George. Screen by Ibaka. To the inside. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring teams. The Clippers in second.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Bledsoe kicks to Leonard. Ibaka outside. Screen by Ibaka. Bledsoe dishes to Ibaka. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Timeout called by the Kings. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
And it's blocked by Jordan. They retain possession. It's Kidd-Gilchrist on the wing. 6 to shoot, and the three ball is good. Kidd-Gilchrist has got 7.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open. Talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
Here's Cousins following the score by Serge Ibaka.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. Now the Sacramento Kings weren't exactly road toughened last season, but they did have Clark some impressive stints.
Yeah, they were excellent in terms of scoring the ball. No problem at all putting up points. Their road defense was a different story.
That one is no good.
And as you mentioned with the Kings, they did shoot well on the road, top 10 in the NBA in terms of road field goal percentage, and they actually shot threes better away from home as well. So the real question for them was on the defensive side of the ball, and the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The Kings trail by 16. Bellinelli passes to Fox. Kicks it to Cousins. Power down with both hands.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
And here is Los Angeles now. Sacramento making their last shot. Jordan the screen. A good look from Smith. Can't make good off the screen.
The Kings were only 11-30 on the road last season, guys, and being a bottom 5 defense on the road in the NBA is part of the reason for that.
Here's Bellinelli, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
And that one falls for Bellinelli.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
Fox against Bledsoe. The screen from Thompson. Bellinelli. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Bledsoe kicks to Smith. And the layup falls. Smith's got his second basket of the game. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl, Greg, on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Carl.
As did his son, Kobe.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. It was a family affair. Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Bledsoe against Fox. Bledsoe dishes to Smith. Screened by Ibaka. Smith kicks to Leonard. Back to Smith. 5 to shoot. Wide open look. Again, the miss by Smith.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And here's Bledsoe. He's got 14. Smith, the pass to Bledsoe. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Jordan.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
There's the screen. Fox against Bledsoe. Fox kicks to Cousins. Here's Thompson, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg, cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And the Clippers call time here.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Leonard. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And so here's Sacramento. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Collison up top. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Fires the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. Alfred Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
And some changes here for the Kings. Kufis checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Cannon in for Fox. Here's Cannon, covered by Smith. Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard with the steal. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Boy, I tell you, it was a tough road for the Clippers in the playoffs. They get by the Spurs in round 1 in a 7-game emotional series, and immediately have to go up against the Rockets in round 2.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And we all remember the Clippers would go up 3-1 against the Rockets. They had that 19-point lead in the fourth quarter of Game 6, but couldn't hold on to it and lose Game 7. And it was one of the biggest series collapses, really, in postseason history.
Cannon can't hit. Clippers leading by 14. Here's Leonard. Out to Ibaka. Jackson has the open look. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Jackson's got 6. And for Sacramento, they're shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. They set the pick. Here's Cannon. The feed to Caspi. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Clippers shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Right side, Leonard. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And that's 13 points for Kawhi Leonard.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Collison. Pass to Caspi. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Koufos. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Koufos has got 8 points.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Smith kicks to Leonard. Shoots the 3. And it's Smith missing.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Out to the right wing. And for 3, Collison. The shot misses. And the Clippers will come the other way. Smith dishes to Jackson. And he's good on the 3-ball. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Cannon. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
I'd love to see them improve.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
They set the pick. And for 3, Collison. No luck. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Clippers ahead, running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Clippers leading by 21. They've got Bledsoe. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
Well, we were talking about max contracts. There are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA.
Ibaka hits both of them. The Kings shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Cousins with a screen on Bledsoe. Here's Thompson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
Poke loose. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. The quick look, no good that time. The Kings trail by 21. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Take a look at what Speedy's done. He has 9 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's conscious, I think, Clark, of good ball movement. It needs to be a part of their game plan throughout.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, a perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And, Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
And the Clippers making a change here. Bargnani's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Bledsoe passes to George. Bargnani kicks to Bledsoe. Pick by Bargnani. Jordan sets the pick for Bledsoe. Dishes to Jordan. Kicks it out to Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. George. No good off the front iron. The Kings trail by 19. To the paint. It's deflected. Leonard with the steal. Bledsoe outside. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Launches a 3. Tries to keep it alive. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And for the Kings, they're shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Los Angeles leading by 17. The dish to Jordan. Picked by Bargnani. Outside, George. George missing again.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pick by Bargnani. And George, here we go. Moves off the pick and hammers it home.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Here's Fox. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the technical free throw is good. Clippers on defense. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Leonard with the steal. Passes it to George. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell
one.
you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
And Kid Gilchrist gets it to go in.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Jordan sets the pick for Bledsoe. He feeds it to Leonard. Fires from deep. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cousins has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. The three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Nobody near Leonard. That ball, nice feed that time from George. George has got 5 assists in the game. The Kings trail by 18. Here's Fox. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. Los Angeles making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
Clippers leading by 15. Bledsoe dishes to Ibaka. Outside for Bledsoe. The pass to George. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 22 points.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Thompson, a screen on Bledsoe. Screen by Cousins. Lets it go from deep. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Bledsoe kicks to Leonard. And here we go. Fast break. Kid Gilchrist has got it. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet. The Clippers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Screen by Ibaka. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Jordan.
That was a strong pick. Ammonia strong by Ibaka.
The Kings trail by 18. Here's Fox. To the left wing. Here's Cousins. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Kawhi Leonard, with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins.
And, you know, for Leonard, you can add that Defensive Player of the Year award to his hardware list, and that puts him in elite company, one of only 3 players to win Defensive Player of the Year and Finals MVP. The other 2, Jordan and Olajuwon.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them.
And for Leonard, winning the Defensive Player of the Year didn't change him at all. I mean, he received a card for winning that award and gave it to charity. Went out of his way to thank his teammates during his acceptance speech. I mean, I think it speaks of his character and really the impact that Popovich has had on him and that entire Spurs team. And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball. Shooting two. Shooting two.
First free throw is good. For George to be eager to go back and represent the U.S. in international play is a brave move.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, a lot of it might be that he just wants to put that in the past and move on. And sometimes you do that best by confronting things head on. The only way to have that be the past is to keep playing for his country.
The Kings trail by 18. Here's Fox. Pass to Thompson. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. The shot is off. Ibaka with some nice D. Clippers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And Thompson sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Bledsoe kicks to Ibaka, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Fox against Bledsoe. Fox kicks to Cousins. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Shoots. Cans the shot from the wing. 16 points for Speedy.
Timeout for the Clippers.
And the Clippers call time here.
You know, it hasn't always been the case in the NBA, but parity is at a great spot right now. Every team can compete for a title or end up last in their conference, it seems. It's something the NBA wanted and ultimately now has achieved.
Sacramento making a switch here. Collison's out there.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Bellinelli, defended by George. Thompson passes to Kid Gilchrist. Second shot opportunity. George with the defensive effort. Clippers leading by 22. Ibaka with a screen on Collison. To the inside. Jordan. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Here's Bellinelli. Excellent D there from George. And speaking of NBA parity, it's impossible to go from last to first in a single year, but it can happen in a 3-year span.
And that's all you really want from a fan's perspective, hope. To illustrate the parity, all 4 teams in the conference finals from last year were different from the year before.
Here's Leonard. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Darren Collison.
They've had difficulties the way Leonard has been playing. He's got 10 rebounds, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been a disruptive force out on the floor. Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
The first free throw is good. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Huh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge. Now, here's Collison. There's the screen. He kicks to Caspi. Again, the miss by the Kings. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Batum with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. Down low, got a piece of it. And now the Kings fast break. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
Sacramento's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Collison dishes to McLemore.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
Well, they're trailing here, but you got to admire how hard they're playing. I mean, that kind of effort is a winning effort. They're working the ball inside and trying to do what they can to get back in it.
You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point, though.
And that one misses. A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame, since he was having the best of his career to date.
Collison was having a career year last year, guys. I mean, 16 points a game was a career high for him, and he also shot more threes than ever before.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Bargnani. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Randy Ford. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Collison. And McLemore kicks to Collison. Butler sets a screen for Collison. Three-pointer. No good. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
And I think even in the injury-shortened season, Collison showed he is still a starter in the NBA. Now, he's been used as a super sixth man in the past, but he's just as effective, I believe, at starting the game.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Bledsoe with him. Here's Jordan. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 10 points for Jordan.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Bledsoe against Collison. Unloads from 13. And it's sent back by Bledsoe. But they get it back. Sacramento's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? It's got to be frustrating to shoot so poorly when the other team is on fire.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this victory tonight will even up the season series 1-1. Consider it repayment for the last time these two teams met. They get their revenge here with 2 more left to play on the year against the Kings.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for George. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Now here's Butler. Off target with his 3. 20 seconds left in the fourth. Jordan the screen, and Bledsoe, here we go.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Eric Bledsoe. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Bledsoe hits them both. Here's Cannon, guarded by Bledsoe. To halt the run. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Guys, Paul George standing by with me here. And Paul, first, congratulations on the win. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
We'll continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Paul, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Eric Bledsoe. He really came out of the gates with a nice rhythm, hitting his first 3 shots to get his team going.
Man, I can't say enough about Bledsoe. He's strong, he's fast, aggressive, and Bledsoe is a terrifying on-the-ball defender. I mean, he truly scares the guys he's guarding. He's scaring me, Ernie, and I don't even have a ball.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.